Be sure to cook. Hello guys, and welcome to another show of Be Sure to Cook. Today we're cooking a special dish, and we're going to be cooking with whole corn. We're going to be making a Southwest brunch. So stay tuned. Let's do this. Okay, today we have whole kernel corn. This is what corn looks like right off the husk before they clean it up. And I'm pretty sure everybody knows what corn, and the people who don't know, that's what I'm here for, to tell you. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna tear these husks off the corn. And I say we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got about 7 corns. Now, to tear husks off the corn, we want to get all these little strings off. So we want to tear this, and we want to take back. And what I do when I do it, I'm taking this back and I'm peeling all this husk. You see, I'm gonna show you the husk, but I want to peel it where it all comes off together, and then I want to crack it in half, and I want to discard. And let me show you. Get down in here, and this is what the husk is. This stringy looking shiny stuff. We don't want none of this on our corn at all. So I think I did pretty good because I don't have a lot of this husk. You just want to start picking all this off if you have any stuck to it. Okay, this looks pretty good. So I'm going to rinse this up. I'm going to go ahead and peel the rest of these 6 more corns, and we'll be ready to go. Okay, we're back. I have washed up my hands, washed up the corn, and I am about to cut the corn. Okay, so we're gonna clean these up. We already washed those. They're still wet. And me personally, I always like to chop the first level off this corn, the first tip of the corn, because I just don't like it. And this, we're gonna take it right off the cob. This is what we're doing. We're gonna take this corn off the cob. So what you do is you hold down and you cut your knife. I'm gonna need a bow for this. Sorry guys, I'm getting wild here. I'm just cutting all crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna get my bow because it's gonna have to fall into my bow. I'm cutting on the board and forgot. I'm all excited for this dish that I've made here and gonna make for you all, because this dish, I've been doing this dish for years. And actually, I got this dish here from, I'm just gonna cut all sides, and I'm gonna keep on cutting from my stepfather's family members. And I went to a brunch one time, and one of his aunts had made this, and I was really young. I was a little girl at the time, but I was cooking because I've been cooking ever since I've been 6. So I took this dish that she made, and I kind of tweaked it with my own little stuff. Once again, watch your fingers here when you cutting this corn. My bow's going away. And you want to cut it right off the cob. Watch your hands and watch your fingers. It's always better to use fresh corn, but I guess you can use a frozen corn maybe if you would unfreeze it and take it out of the freezer and let it unthaw. Put it in a drainer or strainer, sorry, and drain all that water from it. It'll be great. So let me go ahead and finish cutting these corns up. I showed you a little bit how to do them, and let's finish this dish. Okay, here it is. I've already cut the corn off the cob and got it together in a bowl, and it's fresh, and this is what it looks like. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get in here and I'm going to wash this corn off, and we're going to continue. Okay guys, I've already washed my corn, drained my corn. My corn's in a bowl, waiting to be cooked. Okay, the next thing that we have here is we have 2 smoked sausages. So I'm going to cut these ends of these smoked sausages, and you can get any smoked sausages you want, skinless, or you can get the ones with the skin on. I prefer, and this smoked sausage is called kielbasa. I like kielbasa better. It's got a more flavor, to me, a better flavor. But if you want, you can get regular smoked sausage. So I'm just going to cut the tips off this smoked sausage. Oop, look at that. I don't want that. Discard that. And I'm also going to cut it and discard this. Okay, yeah. So discard this. Okay, so now I'm just going to take this and I'm just going to slice this sausage. Sharpen up my knife a little bit today, and boy, this is just sliding right through. Look at that. Barely using any kind of, oh, I like this. Feels like a great knife. You gotta watch it. I'm just cutting these up. I want these cut in rings. This Southwestern brunch, it can be cooked for a side dish if you want it for dinner, or it also can be cooked for a breakfast brunch, because you can have it for breakfast or you can have it for a brunch or for lunch. I just keep saying brunch. Brunch is lunch. Lunch and breakfast. So you're in between breakfast, because it's not quite 8 or 9, but you're into about maybe 11 o'clock. So it's between breakfast and lunch, and they call it brunch. So it's really cool. So you're having, it's like both a breakfast and lunch at the same time is what you're having. So this is a very great dish, and I kind of tweaked this dish on my own. I put a lot of stuff that I thought it needed. It made it a lot better than what, you know, I was presented to. It didn't have half of anything that I had. So we got 2 whole smoked kielbasa sausages, and I had cut them up and I'm gonna put them in my bowl. And we're gonna be using some veggies today. We're gonna be using a green pepper and onion. So let's get those started. Alright guys, I have rinsed my vegetables and I'm ready to cut. These are going to be diced for this dish. I know I dice a lot of vegetables, but this dish puts very great color and it makes it taste so much better. Red bell pepper is a very great pepper. It's got a sweet, natural taste to it, and it tastes so good when you put it in these vegetables. And I want these small. So I'm kind of dicing a little small. I don't want them really big. I want to taste the vegetables, but I don't want them chunky. I want them a little small with all my vegetables, because it puts color, and this is a sweet, sweet taste. And this is going to be a smoky like corn that I'm doing. And this corn is going to have a lot of stuff in it. Wait until you see. You're going to love it. And once you try this corn, I've never seen anybody make this dish. Never. Because actually I made this dish up. So this is my first time ever showing, well, no, not really. I'm going to show you all a lot of stuff that people don't ever do. So I love cooking. I dream about cooking. I dream of dishes that nobody's probably never created, because I made it up as, you know, when I dream it. I love cooking so much. I've always did. I started cooking at 6 years old because I love cooking. I think of different things, and some things that I think of, I come in the kitchen and I try to make the dish, and sometimes it don't come out good, and I go, okay, scrap that. That didn't come out good. What was I dreaming about? But majority of the time when I make up a dish and I dream about it, it comes out really good, really good. Now, I'm going to let you all guys know if it's something that I made or something that somebody else showed me. Now, like I said, this dish right here, I got some of it from older lady. I was 12 years old. I'm in my 50s. I was 12 years old when I tasted that dish, and I kind of liked it. It was like a breakfast and a lunch, but it was a lot of things. I was like, you know, I'm gonna take some of the stuff that she had in that, and I'm gonna put a lot of more of me in that, because you know what, she needed flavor, and I'm gonna show you all the flavor today. So let me go ahead and cut this up. And matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and cut up all these. And this is the size, you know, that you probably want. So I'm just giving you, you know, what size to cut all your vegetables. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my onion and my green pepper, put them all together and dice them like always, and we'll be back. All right. Now I got 3 different things. I know I'm going to mix them anyway, but I'm just making sure they're nice and diced pretty good and small, because I want it smaller size than usual, because I want people to taste all that sweet, and I mean, red bell pepper gives it a sweet, a really sweet taste. It makes it different. Okay, so got red bell pepper, diced onions, and diced green peppers. So we want all 3 of these. Earlier, I told you all guys that I was going to use the red and the white, and I want to correct myself. It was red, white, and green. So I wanted to use a green bell pepper, a red bell pepper, and a sweet white onion. And I left out the red bell pepper, and sorry about that. I want to tell everybody I'm sorry about that. But it's 3 vegetables inside this dish. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these, put these together, rinse these babies off, wash up my hands from cutting all these vegetables, and we'll be ready to finish the dish. Okay, I've got my corn already cut off the cob. This is very fresh, sweet corn. And I've got this cut up off the cob. I've washed and drained it. I have my vegetables that you see me cut up earlier. Sweet peppers and sweet red peppers, green peppers and onions, diced, washed, drained, and ready. Then I have my sausage that I have diced. And sometimes if these are too big, you know, cut them in half. Cut these in half. And I should have done that, but I didn't, so we're going to try it like this. But if they look too big, just cut them in half, give you more sausage through the corn. But you don't want to have more, I mean, you want to have meat and corn. So let's start cooking all this stuff, because I got one more ingredient I have to add in this also. Okay, in a medium heat, I'm going to add 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. So I'm going to add the vegetable oil. Okay, why I adding all that oil, vegetable oil, because I am going to add these sausages right into the pan. Okay, these are going to start cooking up. And I want to fry these in that oil, and I want to get flavor into this oil with these sausages. Okay, I got this on medium, and I put this in here, and let me clean up, and we'll be right back. Okay, see that? See that good golden brown? Oh, look at that. That's what I'm looking for. I want these to be cooked on one side, like I want these to turn over, get all nice and brown like that. And it looks so pretty when you get ready to do the rest of it. And you got these really nice golden brown pieces of meat in here. It just makes it look so pretty with the vegetables we're going to cook and other stuff that we're going to be putting in here. And you're going to be like, oh, that looks pretty. It's beautiful. And it just don't look beautiful. It tastes great. And who doesn't like smoked sausage? It's kind of like having bacon, you know? And it tastes good. And it is good. And guess what? If you happen not to care too much for the pork, hey, you know they got turkey. They got turkey smoked sausage. They got everything. And guess what, guys? I am going to make I'm going to be dealing with some turkey meat here in the next coming weeks. I am going to make a turkey chili. But it's not going to be any kind of turkey chili that I'm going to be making. I'm going to make turkey chili just like chili. So stay tuned for that. And make sure you like and subscribe to our channel so you can see all these great dishes that I'm preparing. You know, get on Facebook, look at us. Get on YouTube, look at us. You know, and see all the new dishes that people just don't probably show you. New stuff. And I'm making new stuff, and I'm trying to be different, which I'm not. I'm just being me. But so you got a new face now of food that's coming your way. So like, subscribe, and join us. Okay, guys, this is what we're really looking for. We're looking for that color, which we have, and we're looking for these to be cooked good. But don't worry about this, because guess what? It's going to be cooked twice. We're going to put it in there. We're going to take these out, put them in our bowl. The bowl, put them in a nice clean bowl. Yes. And we're going to, I'm going to turn this off because I want to drain this. And I want to put all of this into my bowl. Don't you like my new spoon or whatever it's called? I don't know what it's called, but it's really old-timey looking, and I love it because it's fat on one end and it picks up and it drains grease really well. Loving it. And I like this one a lot. I seen these the other day and I thought, oh man, different. Like it. This is for an old-fashioned cook. And that's me. I've been cooking for years. I'm just gonna dump these into my bowl. And don't discard the oil that's in here. I put 1/4 cup of oil in here because I'm going to drain this oil. I am going to clean out this pan because it has gotten stuck with the sausage at the bottom. But what I wanted the whole time was the oil, because this oil has got flavor and I need it. But I do not need the brown bits. I mean, if I was making a gravy, I would, but I'm not. So just meet me back here in a minute. Okay, guys, I have cleaned up this pan, and I put some non-cooking spray on here. And then here is the oil that I drained from my sausage that I fried. And see, I just got a little sausage bits in there, but that's okay. I'm going to take a whole tablespoon of this, and I'm going to pour it in my pan. Okay, and I've got it on maybe a medium low heat right now. And then if you come over here, we're gonna beat up. We're gonna have to put some oil in there. But right now we're gonna beat up some. We're gonna beat up these eggs over here. Okay, then I got a little bowl here, and I've got 2 eggs. I need 2 whole eggs in here. Discarding it. And I'm going to beat these up really well. If I take my paper towel, and I'm going to discard that. Okay. Getting a Okay, you remember I had 2 eggs, large, medium. Well, nowadays, large is small eggs now. That's what large is. It's small. So you just beat up these 2 eggs. I'm gonna sit these to the side. And we're gonna come back over here to my pan, and I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do. Okay, I got this over to my pan, and I'm going to go ahead and dump these eggs into my pan. And actually, I'm looking for a scrambled light egg. Of course, I'm greedy, guys. I got to get all the eggs, all of everything that I do for any recipe. I don't know why I'm like that. Okay, so I've got my spatula, and I'm just going to cook some eggs. And I want these eggs, I got this on like a medium high. I want these eggs to look like these. You know, I want it to be like an omelet. So I want to make sure these get fried. And I want to beat these up. And what I call dry cook eggs, because I'm going to cook these where they're not moist or anything. They're going to be like dry. Kind of like, I don't know, because nowadays they don't, Chinese food, if you ever eat Chinese food, they used to put egg in them. And I know how to make Chinese food also, guys. So my dad used to work at a Chinese restaurant years ago, so I know how to make this. So this is what I call dry cooking. But I'm using that grease, and I want to chop these up really, this is right, really fine, because this is also going to go into my dish. Okay, so these are what they look like, but I'm still cutting down on them because I want these to be, you know, chopped. But you see, just lay them like you're making an omelet, and then you want to just chop these up, and you want these dry, kind of like, and you want them like this, you know, like dry eggs. I call them dry. Then I'm going to put these into a bowl. Then after I put these in a bowl, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get ready for the next step. Okay, now I got my pan back. I'm going to add 1, 2, let me see, 3. I'm almost going to add all of this. Yeah, I'm just going to add the rest of 4. It's 4 or 5 of these tablespoons of the sausage oil. Oops, I dropped that. Sorry if you heard that. Okay, so I've got that on a medium heat, and now we're going to really start this frying. Okay, 1 tablespoon of chopped garlic I'm adding in here. There we go. Woo! Then those veggies, I'm measuring out a cup. And I'm thinking I'm going to do 2 cups. Because I don't know if I did about 2 cups of these veggies chopped. You know what? That's 2 cups. Cut as much as veggies as you want. I'm going to do all these veggies that I cut up, because I'm not going to need them once I cut them up. I'm not going to, you might say, well, why not? You need them every day. Okay, so I'm going to turn this up to a medium high, get these veggies started. And now I'm going to be needing some seasonings. Alright, let me leave these veggies cook a little bit to get these kind of sauteed. Then I want to throw in the sweet corn. Mixing them up with these veggies. It's going to be great. It's going to be good, guys. Y'all going to love them. Got to get something else to take all this corn out of here. Oh. And this corn is really sweet. I tasted the kernel. It's delicious. It is so sweet and so good. All right, let's dispose of this. All right. And I'm going to get this baby stirred all up so the veggies and the corn can cook. Because corn, I like it cooked, but I don't want to overcook this corn. Now y'all see? You see it? It's beautiful. Look at that. And it's got garlic and all the veggies all mixed up. And I'm still going to cook this. Okay, so I'm going to add 1/4 teaspoon of seasoned salt. Okay. Then I'm going to add a 1/2 teaspoon, watch out, sweet paprika. Yeah, that is the sweet, great stuff. So that's 1/2 tablespoon of paprika. I'm also going to use 1/2 tablespoon of Mrs. Dash blend. I told y'all I love this stuff. I put it on everything because it's got everything you need in here. It's got so many different seasons. Hey, it turns everything on. Plus, it has no salt. So, for people who don't eat salt or can't have salt, guess what? This is the perfect season for you. Mrs. Blash blend. Okay, this is garlic powder. I already got garlic in there. And didn't I tell y'all I like garlic? Didn't I tell y'all I like garlic? If you don't like that, if you don't like garlic like that, you can discard all the garlic if you want. You know, but it just turns out so good. Then I'm going to mix all these babies up. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. And I'm going to cook this. And it is going to turn out perfect. And I'm going to mix all of this up. And I can see the onions shining through here with the peppers and the corn, because the corn's going to be so sweet and good. But this ain't all I got to put in here, guys. And this is a great dish. You're going to love it. And you're going to be like, oh my God, I never had anything like this. And you probably haven't. Now when I make it, it kind of looks like Mexican corn, but it's not. It's like Mexican corn on steroids. So put it like that. So let's let this cook for about 5 to 10 minutes, getting that corn nice and cooked and hot, and we'll be back. Okay, so now, remember those eggs I put in there? There you go. We're gonna just toss that in here. And to make this good, we're gonna toss all of this meat that we had in here. And we're going to scrape the bottom because, see, all this good stuff, all this juice and all this we getting off this sausage needs to go in here and mix up. Because guess what? This is the flavor. Now look at that, guys. Look how beautiful that looks. And we're going to mix all of this together. And that's why we call it brunch. Because it has your scrambled eggs in there, and you got corn, you got peppers, so you gotta like, and you got the sausage. And if you think it needs a little bit more flavor to it, put you some more garlic, shake some more in there, some more salt. But my next step is I'm gonna add just a little sugar. And I'm going to sprinkle a little sugar over here to make it just a little bit come out a little bit more. A little bit. I'm just throwing this corn and stuff everywhere. And you got to make sure it gets mixed up really, really good. And look at this. And this is like a meal on its own. You got your meat. You got your sausage. You got about a little bit of everything. So, cook it for about 5-10 minutes. Because corn don't really need to cook that long. I like my corn cooked a little bit. I don't like to cook a lot because I want to taste the natural flavor of the corn off the cob. It's sweeter, but as you cook, the more you cook off, the corn on the cob, the more it loses its sweetness, the sweet taste. If you got good corn and it's sweet off the cob. You know, the less you cook it, I'm not saying eat it raw, but you want to cook a little bit. But I like that crunch in mine. I just like that crunch in mine. And you want to add, if you want, I put a spoonful, a whole, let me see, tablespoon, no, teaspoon. Just use a teaspoon. You know, try it out. If it's not a teaspoon, put another teaspoon in there. Just sprinkle it on there. I'm going to sprinkle some sugar right on here. Okay, so that's that sugar. I'm just going to sprinkle a little sugar. I'm using 1 teaspoon. I don't know if you all can see it. 1 teaspoon of sugar. If you want a little bit more, you know, taste your food. Another thing, people cook and do recipes. Taste your food as you're going. See if you like it. If you don't, you know, add a little bit more seasoning. You know, taste it, find out if you like it or not. If you don't like it, you know, just make yourself like it. Put something in there. Put more season in it. You know, make it where it tastes good. But this is delicious to me. And I hope you all like this dish. And this is the dish here. It is called a wonderful Southwest brunch. And the brunch is because it's got the eggs in there. Make sure you stir that teaspoon of sugar, you know, up. It makes the corn like really sweet. It gives you a lot of, and if you like more garlic, I do, and I put a teaspoon of chopped garlic in there because I know a lot of people don't like it, but usually when I make it for myself, I add a whole tablespoon. But you can too if you want, but just follow the recipe and add your own. But here it is, guys. This is the corn dish, and when you taste it, you're gonna love it. Okay, we'll be back. All right, so now towards the end, we're gonna add some cracked black pepper. I should have added it earlier, and I'm sorry about that, but that's cracked black pepper. And now look at that. That is so beautiful. Look at that. We're gonna mix this black cracked pepper up. At the end of this corn, after you put everything together and cook it for about 5 or 10 minutes, like I said, I want you to make sure you add that teaspoon of sugar sprinkled, and then stir that very, very well in your corn. Now, in this corn, I use like 6 to 7 whole corns, and I cut those. So this really was 2 smoked sausage kielbasa, vegetables, veggies, and the stuff that I put in there. And everything, all the recipe will be on the bottom of your screen. And I want to go ahead and also tell you all, thank you for coming and joining us, and I hope you keep coming back. But let's get this plated up, and I say my final goodbyes. Okay, guys, this is it. This is the dish that we made today, and I hope you all enjoy this dish. This is Southwest brunch, and I hope you enjoy it. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to probably go, wow, this is the best thing I've ever had. And you can make this with anything, guys. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, a side dish, whatever. You serve this to your family and tell me if they're not gonna like it. Your kids are gonna love it. Well, guys, I'm gonna go now, and it's time to say goodbye. So you all come back and join us for our next episode that we're having. Please like, share, and love our channel. YouTube us. Bye.